If you're thinking about buying or selling your property in Miami, or you're just curious about the market, chances are you have a lot of questions about where our market is headed. As we look forward to 2025, I thought it was the right time to bring all the questions my clients and followers have straight to you. We're going to dispel the rumors, review our forecasts from last year, see where I was right and wrong, and inform you on what to expect for the Miami real estate market in 2025. Just a quick reminder to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with all the things related to luxury Miami real estate. All right, let's get into it. First off is one question we're getting asked almost every day, and that is, will the Miami real estate market crash in 2025? No, the market here is not going to crash. Why? Even with higher prices, demand will be similar to 2024, as Miami and South Florida will likely have more demand and be more in the spotlight than ever before. But why? Well, one real trump card that we have in the market here, part of the pun, is that South Florida will become the new political, and this is my prediction, political and financial powerhouse of the nation in 2025, due to the new Trump administration and the connections many of his picks have in South Florida. Mar-a-Lago will be the de facto White House. This is one X factor that is going to make 2025 and beyond very interesting to watch. Beyond that, looking at the basic market dynamics, it is a bit of a buyer's market in a number of segments of the market, but not all. We're not seeing any real extreme buyer markets, except maybe in certain specific circumstances like older condos that might have significant special assessments that are really unusual. Beyond the Trump factor, the South Florida condo market is a bit of a buyer's market in certain segments, but more about that later. Will interest rates drop more? We predict that interest rates will stay above 6%, but will stay below 7%. This will be the new normal, and people will get used to it. It will also continue to create a historically unusual environment where people with 2 to 3% mortgages will be reluctant to move, and even if they do move, they'll hang on to their home and rent it if they can, due to the incredible interest rate they've locked in. It's something that's hard to let go, and that's one of the reasons why the market dynamics remain somewhat balanced or pretty balanced, because less sellers are selling, especially the ones with low interest rates. Another question we're getting is Miami real estate market overpriced in 2025, and will prices come down? And the answer is no and no. In fact, we expect prices to continue to rise, and we aren't the only ones. The Miami Real Estate Association expects a 6.5% increase in the overall median sale prices in 2025, with median single-family sales prices increasing 9.7%. Now, I do believe that there's certain segments of the condo market that may see a little bit of a price drop, and other parts of the condo market that will do very well. But if you're talking about overall market, the Miami market remains strong. Even with higher prices, we also predict that the demand will be similar or more than 2024, as Miami is now a political and financial powerhouse with the new presidential administration. So sales transactions will have an uptick. At the same time, we will see an uptick also in sellers. So the market will remain balanced with a little bit of a buyer's market. Which segment of the market will do best in 2025? We keep talking about segments. If you've been following the market here, then you know that there's a new luxury. Luxury used to be defined as 1 million and higher in Miami just a few years ago. But with the uptick in prices now, that's really about the cost of a slightly above average condo or even average condo. Luxury now is defined as about 2.5 million and higher. And this has been driven by sustained growth as more and more companies, high net worth individuals, and high wage earners move here. What some thought was a temporary COVID influx became permanent growth. So we'll continue to see premium luxury and ultra luxury product hit the market as this demographic of buyer continues to grow. And we're talking 5 million, 10 million, 15, 20 million plus in the condo market. That said, we predict that investor product like short-term rental investment properties will continue to see some price pressures. We started to see in the second half of the year, as interest rates make it harder to make the numbers work if cash flow is your primary goal as an investor. Long-term equity investors will swoop in and take good opportunities as they look for long-term growth that Miami will bring. What will happen with condo fees, and can the market sustain higher condo association fees and special assessments? Condo fees will probably go up another 10 to 20% in a lot of the buildings, let's say 10 years and older. And that will create price pressure. We also predicted this year in 2024 that older condos will be facing significant price pressure. But now we expect that to spread a little bit to condos that are about 15 to 20 years old. These properties have to now do more maintenance work and upkeep due to the new laws, and also keep up with the newer, more attractive luxury product that's coming out. This will bring special assessments and construction to buildings, which will end up being a financial and general inconvenience that will weigh down price growth in those buildings, but only until the construction is finished. And then these buildings will be nicer, more upgraded, more attractive, and prices will continue to go up. Will 2025 be a buyer's or seller's market? This is really going to depend on the market segment or product type. We expect more investors to sell because numbers will make less sense for them than they used to, and the buyers who are buying them will also need the numbers to make sense for them to buy. And we also predict that the more primary and secondary homeowners will sell more than before because of the higher carrying costs that they're not accustomed to due to association price increases. So 2025 will mainly be a buyer's market, but some luxury segments, especially ultra luxury and single family homes in general, may also have a seller's advantage, and prices will continue to remain strong. Another question we get is, with all the new pre-construction projects launching, are we overbuilding? And the answer is no, we're not. Yes, there's a possibility that in certain segments, certain micro segments, there might be a little bit overbuilding here and there. But if you're talking about true end user luxury product, the properties they're building right now, they're building because buyers want them and you cannot find them in the market today. They're building new type of product for a new demographic of buyer. And so absolutely, we're not overbuilding. In fact, we have a shortage of certain types of properties. Ultra luxury, large end user condos is at a shortage right now. Now let's look at what we got right and wrong in 2024 and how the trends and trajectory of 2024 as we headed into the end of the year will lead us into more predictions in 2025. First, we were bullish on Miami when many said it was going to tank, and we were right. We correctly predicted Miami would be one of the top 3 hottest markets in the US, and it certainly was. We also predicted that prices would stay up in 2024, and they have outperformed our predictions. However, we also predicted that interest rates would dip under 6%, but that didn't actually happen. We stayed above 6%. Shame on us. We were right that more investors would sell, and we've seen that product enter the market more, and we will continue to see that in 2025. But we've also seen steady investor demand as well. That said, this segment of the market saw more price pressures and some more price drops than we expected. And we predicted that the rental market would soften a bit, and it has. But rental prices, especially luxury rentals, only corrected slightly and really bounced back a bit in the second half of the year. The rental market got unexpectedly strong. In fact, for 2025, because of that, we predict luxury rental demand will continue to be strong, especially luxury waterfront rentals, and that prices will be steady to up. And finally, we correctly predicted that inventory would increase in 2024, which it has. While we feel good about the direction of the market as a whole for 2025, we do have some suggestions for those interested in buying or selling next year. Firstly, for sellers, patience is going to be necessary. The average days on market may rise a little bit this year. We're at 80-something days right now. But that doesn't mean that there isn't an opportunity to sell and that you won't get your price. For buyers, you typically will have more options and more negotiating power than you had in previous years. But be ready that in certain market segments, especially if you're picky in terms of getting a property with updated premium finishes, especially in, let's say, 10 to 20-year-old buildings, you may find that segment to be more balanced. Also, be sure to keep an eye on interest rates and what the Fed and the 10-year treasuries are doing. One more thing, if you are a buyer and you're okay buying into a property that has a little bit of construction going on, you will find opportunities there. Here at Blackbook Properties, we're excited to enter a new year and see how the market performs. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in 2025, be sure to subscribe to our channel, turn on your notifications to get updates when we drop our weekly videos, and follow us on all our usual social platforms. Have a wonderful rest of your 2024 and contact me if you have any questions at all. I'm always here to help. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.